Hello everyone, my name is Apple Guy, and welcome back to the episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. The air and the world is deathly still down here in the sunken Hyrule Castle. In today's video we're going to explore Hyrule Castle because it's directly in front of us, including item sliding into the doorway. You might notice there is a frozen moblin to the left. There's actually a whole ton of frozen enemies here in this very sepia tone area. There's some dark nuts as well. There's the statue, or that's not a statue, it's a painting of the king and the royal family. And a statue of the hero of time, who conveniently looks like Link, but isn't Link. We can come up and we can try and poke these statues, but, you know, they're not really going to do much. Oh, we're getting interacted with. Alright, Link. I need you to listen to me for a moment. The item you seek is somewhere in the castle. To find it, you must find the entrance to the basement. But the entrance has been blocked by a mighty threshold, firmly sealed to prevent evil from ever gaining access. Do you know where to search and what you must do to find the hidden way? You will find a clue in the shape of the heraldry near where we arrived at the castle. Alright, we're going to talk about that in just a moment. You might notice there is a back door. A back door we're going to explore very briefly. We can leave out the back way of Hyrule Castle. However, if we try and cross the bridge, we'll be hit by a barrier, which is no good. This barrier is infamous, actually. This barrier is this is like a crazy barrier, and I'm not going to explain too much about it, but I will say that the end of the game is beyond this barrier. So speedrunners have always wanted to get through that barrier without having to actually complete the game, and a handful of years ago they actually found a way to do it. It's called barrier skip. If you know the game very well and you're not really concerned about spoilers or anything like that, I would encourage you to take a peek at someone doing barrier skip. It's very, very cool. But like I said, if you are someone who is concerned about spoilers, then I would consider waiting until we get there first. Okay, so you'll notice that there are these blocks, and there's also the symbol of the Triforce on the floor of the area we are in. That is because it is our hint. Our hint is that we need to assemble the Triforce using these blocks, and not by sliding, whatever, alongside of them. Not that. We need to grab and pull in order to place them into shape, just like that. Alright, so in order to do that, we're just going to have to do a little bit of moving. This is the entrance to the basement, or it will eventually become the entrance to the basement. There we go. As soon as we finish getting everything done. We know this is the entrance solely because if we were to go outside like the king suggested, you would see the Triforce just sort of chilling. Then you'd be like, oh, okay, it must be the Triforce design. And there's triangles. It's just sort of like process of elimination. There's also upper floors of the castle, but there's nothing really going on them. So we're going to kind of ignore that they exist. Alright, let's move this way. And then I don't want to lock myself in, even though that's something that's very, very possible to do. You can lock yourself in the middle. It's just mildly inconvenient. Perfect! So we can place these symbols in their proper place, and the Triforce will glow. Heck yeah. Glowing Triforce is always a good thing. It's a very staple symbol in the Zelda series, dating back to the very first game. And as you can see, the statue will pull back, and a hidden staircase will emerge. It's worth mentioning that this Hyrule Castle is unlike any Hyrule Castle we've seen, I believe. I don't think I've ever recalled anything like this. The only one that kind of comes to mind is like, oh, maybe the Twilight Princess one, but I'm not really sure. Hey, there's a staircase. We're gonna ignore it for now because there's some cool stained glass windows. This is a stained glass window of the Triforce. This one is of Ruto, who was the Sage of Water from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This one is of Rauru, who was the Sage of Light from the same game. This is Saria, Sage of the Forest. This is of Ganondorf, or actually that's the Ganon's final form, Ganon, that you fight as the final boss of Ocarina of Time. Darunia, Sage of Fire. We also have Impa, Sage of Shadow. And Naburu, Sage of Spirit. as well as another Triforce stained glass window right there. Alright, let's climb up these stairs though and see what's in front of us. Excellent, Link. To perceive such a puzzle and decipher it is no small feat. Now, take the sword that lies before you. It is none other than the Master Sword, the blade of evil's bane. It is the only sword that can banish Ganon from the world above. Holy buckets, ladies and gentlemen. It's the gosh darn Master Sword. We've done enough training, enough messing around with the silly sword on our back. It's time for us to get the sword that truly belongs to us as the hero. The Master Sword. Absolute chills, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Light will stream from the pedestal, engulfing Link and the remainder of Hyrule Castle. You will see that removing the Master Sword has a profound effect around the entire area. Color will return to the area, and all those statues of the Moblins and the Darknuts, well, spoiler alert, but they're not statues. Those are actual frozen enemies that were stalled in time. Removing the Master Sword removes the time freeze. But hey, that's actually super awesome, because it means we get to test out this little baby right here. Also, there's like light streaming through the windows, and it's all just great. There we go. Yeah, Link! He likes it. Nice. Oh boy, you got the Master Sword, the legendary blade with the power to repel evil, once wielded by the legendary hero himself. And just like that, we have a brand new sword on our back. New sheath and new sword. Also, the B button icon has changed. As you can see, let's actually go into the item screen to take a closer look at this. The Master Sword has a redesigned look in this game. It's very slender instead of having like the bits of the sword pointed out, sort of like a W. It's more slender, tucked in. You might hear the theme song is a bit of a remix of the Link to the Past theme, actually. At least that's what it sounds like to me. Coming up from the basement, we'll have the statue moving back to hide the hole. And, yeah, there's like a whole ton of enemies that now we have to fight. Alright, I hope you all are ready for a brawl, because it's gonna be a big one. Link. There we go. Oh, okay. Hi. I can only take one of you at a time, really. Hello? Please poke him. Thank you. Alright, let's get this guy's armor off. Let's, Oh, your friend just hurt you. I want your belt. I want your belt. Stop hurting your friend. I need his belt. Okay, you know what? Let me just focus on one of you at a time. Okay, perfect. Now you both have no armor. Thank you. And give me your belt. I want your belt. Okay, I want your necklace too. Lots of enemies. Might not be the best place to grind for items, I'll tell you that much. The Master Sword isn't just a cosmetic improvement, by the way. It does much more damage compared to our old sword, so we can expect to down enemies a lot quicker. Alright. And make sure we pick up hearts and whatnot. Okay, you. You know what? I pressed the shield button. I pressed the shield button. Okay, I think it's because I'm hitting him in the head instead of in the... Alright, let's focus on parrying then. Because obviously defeating two enemies at once... Oh, there's three of them now. There's three of them now. Gonna go ahead and prioritize surviving at this point. Hey guys. Thanks. There we go. Let's take out one of them, hopefully. Backflip. Okay, I want to get this guy's armor off, which can be done just like so. And then I'm just gonna slap him. If we don't get what we need, it's not a big deal. There's a Knight's Crest right there. That's the item you get from the Darknuts, by the way. Perfect. Money, bombs, arrows, all the things we could ever need. Okay. Hi. Necklace, please. Thank you. You can of course mix and match, as you saw. I just used my bow and I pulled out a bomb earlier. There's no one way to fight these guys. Whatever makes the most sense to you is your best strategy. There we go. And now I can rob him because he has no helmet. Apparently I have to hit him in the head to steal their belts. Alrighty. Ooh, we're just cleaning house. I believe the range on the Master Sword is a bit better as well. So all around improvements, really. There we go. And now I'm just gonna finish up. We get to grind out some collectibles. We get to test out a brand new weapon. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you, the first time I played the Wind Waker, and there was this part of the game where you have to do this combat, I was like, this combat is weird. I don't want to just do random sword play. Yes, I 100% want to do random sword play because it gives me the chance to test out the Master Sword in like a free environment. There's no, enemies on the sea trying to attack you or anything. You straight up just have free reign to completely destroy these enemies. It's wonderful. There's a lot of them too. And they're enemies that might have given you trouble when you had the old sword. Now you can just see how powerful you've become. It also helps that we have like 14 hearts and we have all sorts of different goodies as well. We're not just fighting with base weaponry. Alrighty, pick up a little magic jar. Gotta move our way to the... oh, no, there's still one on the first floor. Thank you for the attire. Stand up. There we go. Ouch. Bow and arrow. Oh, he jumped for some reason. Spin attack. There we go. Somehow we got the spin attack off there, actually. Magic jar. Alright, let's continue our way upwards. Is that all the enemies? No, there's still more up here. I actually do want to fight, like, all of them. I'm such a sucker. Every single one of them must be mine. Alright, here we go. A sucker for fighting enemies, I mean. Not like I'm gullible or something. Well, I guess I am gullible for fighting enemies. That's because it's fun. Especially Wind Waker combat. Oh my gosh. I wonder if anyone's ever done like a top 10 Zelda combat list. It'd be a pretty interesting... Did he survive that? No, he didn't. He exploded as soon as he touched the ground. It'd be an interesting list because a lot of Zelda combat is very samey. A lot of games add, like different effects. Things to make the combat useful. Oh, I was really hoping I could get, I want him to, like... Hold on, let me try something. I want him to, like, walk over here, and then I want to, like, blow up his, like, the armor with the bomb. I don't know if you can do that. So I'll just wait for this. There we go. Double poke, and steal, and clean up shop. There we go. It'd be really cool if, in this game, if you were fighting a Dark Nut, sometimes they go into like karate mode if they have no weapon. It'd be cool if they went and just started like smacking you with their shield. Like a nice defense into offense thing. Ow. Some Zelda games give you a shield before they give you a sword. I think Link's Awakening off the top of my head does that. I think Minish Cap might as well. Yeah, I think Minish Cap does too. Hey, we cleaned out all the enemies in this area. Nice little task. Like I said, not absolutely necessary, but I think it's pretty dang cool. Ouch, wait. Okay, we didn't clean them out then. There's one more, and it is completely necessary. Is he down here? Where is he? That's not the... Oh yeah, here he is. I was gonna say, that's not the back door, right? Nice. Okay. Alright, no more Master Sword, guys. We're gonna use this dude's real sword. You're just gonna leave? Oh, it hit him in the head. Also, I totally slashed down his back and it like hit his helmet barely and he's like, oh, well, it doesn't count. Hey, there we go. We're free to leave now through either the front or the back entrance. Of course, there's nothing out the back entrance for us, so we are just going to escape through the front entrance because that is where we belong. And how are we gonna get there? Quickly. Nice. We're outside now and we can chat with the king. Hey, king. I did it. At long last, our preparations are complete. You must return to me so that we can return by the same path that brought us here. The time has come to save your sister from her prison in the Forsaken Fortress. Hurry, Link. Alright, sounds good to me. We can just have to cruise on over into the Portal of Light, and we will return to the world above, leaving behind a colorful world of Hyrule. Here we are, back on the Great Sea. The portal will close behind us, and yeah, just as King of Red Lions said, we are now able to return to the Forsaken Fortress all the way up here in the top corner, and we will be ready to face Ganon. Now, you guys know me, and you guys know what I'm gonna say. We've got ourselves some exploring to do. We got a brand new item in the previous dungeon. We have a whole ton of treasure charts that we need to put to good use. So we are actually going to take a bit of a pause from the main story for maybe 3, 4, or 5 episodes, and we're going to finish doing a bunch of collecting. It's essential to do, and we're actually going to begin it here with the end of this episode, just by charting Tower of the Gods. Now that there's actually something to see on this island, the mapfish will appear. And hey, I haven't done my mapfish voice in, like 4 episodes, 5 episodes? Time to break it back out. Here we go. Tower of the Gods has been charted on the map. It's a huge island. Huge island. I've done a fish fortune on you, small fry, and from what I can tell, it looks like you're fated to come to this place many times. And the keys that control that fate are none other than the lucky items known as the Triumph Forks. Yeah, there's some sort of magic utensils. If you want to learn more about the Triumph Forks, talk to that guy Tingle. That's what the fish fortune told me. Now I only know I may only be a fish, but my fortune telling is uncannily accurate. You'd better believe it, small fry. And that is all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, throw some more bait in the water. Yes, sir, will do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to get sucked up by a tornado, a cyclone. That is going to be it for today's episode. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this little adventure to get the Master Sword. I'll catch you guys all back here, I guess, whenever we pick up the series again next to do our exploration. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and tell your friends about the channel if you think they would enjoy it. It means a lot to me, and you guys my videos around. And I'll catch you guys all back here next time for the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD. Until then, as always, take care.